He happened to collide with the SL55 and rear-end the Honda that was in front of him that he was attempting to pass. So I've been very fortunate to be able to go on quite a few rallies, all the major ones, Gumball, Gold Rush, Bullrun. But one particular year, I happened to be on Bullrun, riding across country from Vegas to Miami in a Lamborghini LP640 coupe with my friend. We had some fun going through Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, getting over 200 miles per hour multiple times a day. No issues. Then we were coming into a very, very small town in Texas, doing pretty reasonable speed. And we saw the speed limit was about 65. At that time, we saw a cop going the other direction and our speed was well over 65. So we kept going. And in Texas, there aren't many roads to turn off. And I mean, the population of this town is 700. So obviously just foot down, rode out of town, doing well over 200. We figured we were clear, but as you know, on rallies, other people are getting pulled over as well. In the next county, there are state troopers with another couple rally participants that were pulled over, and the state troopers recognized the car from the Bolo, I assume, and decided that, oh, let's go have a word with them. So we were at the next town filling up with gas because that stretch went through the gas tank pretty quick. And the state trooper came flying up behind us as we were leaving the gas station and said, hey, you got to come back to the last county. They want a word with you. We pretty much knew it was over. So we go back. The cops are pretty upset, as you can imagine. And we said we never saw them behind us. So obviously we were kind of playing it off as acting a little dumb, but they knew. And eventually my friend that was driving ended up in the back of one of the police cars. They obviously didn't have the tow truck in that area to tow a Lamborghini LP640. So they released the car to me. I followed the police car over to the police station. About 3 hours later, finally got the amount that the bail was going to be. And thankfully, I had the $10,000 in cash on me. So when you go on these rallies, you come prepared with cash for these situations. And my friend happened to have the exact amount of money that the bail was set to. So I walked in with $10,000 in cash, and their reaction was priceless. They had never seen this much money in their life, which is their exact quote. They were all surprised. 3 police officers brought me into a separate room to count out the cash. So I was counting out stacks of 1,000, then they would count. They were all taking pictures, smiling. They loved it. They were pretty shocked that I didn't want to use a bail bondsman, which is pretty interesting, but my friend didn't care. He just wanted to get out of jail. He had the cash and get back on the road. So after I got the receipt for paying the $10,000 bond, we got back on the road. I was driving for a while because my friend was obviously pretty stressed out, and I continued to push towards 180, 190 in these roads, and I mean, likely to run into another situation, but it's a rally. These are the things you do on the rallies. So that night we stopped in Dallas, got a good night's sleep, and 2 days later we're driving through Alabama, and same situation, going the other way. Police officer catches us doing a pretty significant speed. So this time, not gonna let the same thing happen. My friend put his foot down. I'm on my phone, GPS, and I found a route for us to turn off, and we got the route. Alabama had some nice rolling hills, and as we were going over the crest, we saw the state trooper coming over the crest about half a mile, 3/4 of a mile behind us. And at the bottom of the crest was our turn. So we turned off and got on the side road and got to our next destination with no issues. So that's not where all the fun ends on this rally. We spent a night in Orlando, and on our final leg to Miami, there was a pretty significant incident where there was an Audi R8 Spider. He saw my friend and I coming in the LP640 in the left lane, the fast lane, at a pretty high rate of speed. So he decided to, instead there was a car ahead of him, so he decided to go past the car on the right. Little did he know, a very particular Mercedes SL55 was passing him as well. And he happened to collide with the SL55 and rear-end the Honda that was in front of him that he was attempting to pass, which obviously totaled the Audi R8 Spider, totaled the Honda, and the car that he collided with pulled over, checked the car was drivable, and then he fled the scene, which was pretty intense and pretty stressful. And in the mix of all of this, in this LP640, the way the R8 Spider hit the Honda, it pushed it in front of us. So we're now on the shoulder, full braking, thankfully carbon ceramics. The Audi R8 is just spinning out in the middle of the highway. And when he first spun, when he collided with Honda, the rear end came and almost hit us. So we almost got tangled up in the big wreck that happened. So it was a pretty stressful day. A lot of people pulled over. We saw on our mirror to assist with what was going on. And we continued on our journey to Palm Beach International Raceway. And it was pretty stressful, but we ended the night in Miami on a good note, and all is well.
Going somewhere in a hurry, ma'am? Let me explain your options.
Never mind, I got this.
TheTicketClinic.com